Picture this, Christmas Eve. The table is set with my grandmother-in-law's good china, the candles I lit, the food I cooked, and as everyone sits down, my mother-in-law, Patricia, looks at me and says, "Could you clear the appetizer plates? That's what you're here for, isn't it?" My husband stared at his napkin. His sister snorted into her wine. And Patricia, she just smiled. For 6 years I was the outsider, the girl from a small town who worked for a living. I wasn't family, I was the help. But they had no idea what was really happening. They didn't know about Granny Frances's secret. A secret she trusted. Only with me. My name is Dana. One married into the Whitfield family 8 years ago. My husband Caleb, the quiet one. His mother Patricia, the queen bee. Older brother Derek, the golden boy. And younger sister Brooke, the princess who only cared about one thing, Granny's house. Granny Frances was 84, sharp as a tack, and done with their nonsense. For 4 years I tended her garden. I pulled her weeds. I sat on that porch and listened, but she wasn't just telling me stories. She was testing me. While Patricia visited on holidays and Brooke asked what the house would sell for, Granny was quietly laying a trap. Every conversation was a piece of the puzzle. Every shared cup of tea, a step in her master plan. A plan no one saw coming. Hit that like button, because the story you think you're hearing isn't the real one. The real story was happening in whispers, and in a locked drawer, in Granny's desk. And the punchline to Patricia's Christmas joke. It was about to change everything. Stay with me. You won't believe who gets the last laugh. As Granny's health started declining, the vultures circled. Patricia started mentioning the house. In every conversation. Casually at first. Once Mama passes, we'll need to figure out the estate. Then, less casually. Derek thinks the property alone could sell for well over $1 million. They had already priced it. Already mentally divided it. Already decided Caleb would get nothing. Patricia had a long history of rewriting things to suit herself. What she never accounted for was Granny Frances rewriting the story first. 6 months before she passed, Granny called me. Not Caleb. Me, she said. "Dana, I need you to come by, just you." I went on Wednesday. She was at the kitchen table. With a folder. She slid it across to me. "I've been watching this family for a long time," she said. "And I've been watching you. I know what's fair. I just need to know if you'll honor what I've built." I didn't even open it. I just said, "Granny, I trust you." She patted my hand. And she said, "That's exactly why." I didn't understand what she meant. Not yet. 3 months later, she was gone. The funeral was a performance. Patricia cried loud enough for 3 people. Before the reception was over, Derek was already texting a real estate attorney. Brooke cornered me by the casseroles. "The house needs to be handled quickly," I told her. "I think we should let Granny be in the ground first." She did not appreciate that. 2 weeks later, Patricia called a family meeting. She sat at the head of Granny's dining room table, acting like it was hers. She had a plan, with bullet points. Then, the estate attorney walked in. And Patricia smiled, like a queen about to receive her crown. "Turn on your notifications." What happens next in that room? I still think about it. Comment Granny below if you know she had a plan. Keep watching. The attorney opened his briefcase. He said he'd be walking everyone through the terms of a trust Granny had established 14 months prior. Patricia nodded, like she already knew. She did not. Mr. Aldridge read the standard language. Then, he got to the property. The primary residence and all associated land, along with the contents of the primary trust account. are hereby left in full to Dana Whitfield, in recognition of her demonstrated care, loyalty, and commitment. The room went so quiet. I could hear the refrigerator hum. Patricia's printed plan slipped out of her hand. Derek said, "That can't be right." Mr. Aldridge said, "It is legally binding, notarized, and established with full cognitive capacity." He slid me an envelope. Inside, in Granny's handwriting, 2 lines. "You watered what others only wanted to harvest. The garden and the house belong to you." I excused myself so no one would see me cry. When I came back, Patricia was on her feet, fraudulent, manipulated. She would contest every word. Mr. Aldridge calmly explained that Granny had anticipated this. She had videotaped the will signing. In the video, Granny looked directly into the camera and said, "I am of sound mind, full heart, and total intention. Dana did not ask for this. She never would. That is exactly why. She gets it." The case was dropped. Patricia's legal fees, over $60,000. Here is what happened to the people who called me for help. Patricia had borrowed against a vacation property she believed she was inheriting. That leverage collapsed. The home sold. At a loss. Derek's plans for a house that was never his cost him his bonus. Brooke had to untell her entire friend group that the house was her summer place. In their world, that embarrassment cuts deeper than any bill. And Caleb, one morning in the garden, he looked up and said, "She always saw us. I just didn't know she was doing something about it. I still tend that garden. The tomatoes come up every summer. The porch is repainted now. They called me the help. Granny called me family. And in the end, that was the only title that mattered." If this story hit you, share it. Subscribe for more. And comment Granny. If Frances Whitfield was the most powerful person in that family.